Have you ever felt like you're watching a grandmaster chess match?
But instead of kings and queens, the pieces are entire countries? That's exactly what's unfolding between the United States and Venezuela. And a key player, often overlooked, is revealing the intricate strategy behind it all. Let us dive into the high-stakes geopolitical game where every move could change the world as we know it. For years, the relationship between Washington and Caracas has been a complex dance of sanctions, diplomacy, and power plays. It's easy to get lost in the headlines, but what if we looked at it differently? Imagine a chessboard. On the other, Venezuela, holding some of the world's largest oil reserves but grappling with internal turmoil.
The goal of the game?
For the US, it's been about promoting democratic change and stability. For Venezuela, it's about sovereignty and survival. But this isn't just a two-player game. Enter Adama Bictogo Traoré, a prominent figure from Ivory Coast who has recently stepped onto this global stage. Why is an African leader getting involved in a Western Hemisphere standoff? Well, that's where the strategy gets fascinating. Traoré's involvement isn't random. It represents a major shift in the geopolitical landscape. His country, Ivory Coast, is a significant player in its own right, and his mediation efforts signal a new multipolar approach to international relations. He's not just a messenger. He's a strategic piece on the board, representing a bloc of nations seeking to find solutions outside the traditional US-led framework. Let's break down the moves. The US has long used sanctions as its primary tool, its check move, to pressure the Venezuelan government. Think of these sanctions like a series of moves to corner the king. They've targeted the oil industry, financial institutions, and key individuals. The idea was to cripple the economy to a point where the ruling party would be forced to negotiate or cede power. Did it work? Well, it definitely put immense pressure on Venezuela, leading to a severe economic crisis. But it didn't result in the checkmate Washington was hoping for. Instead, Venezuela adapted. Venezuela's counter-strategy has been one of resilience and diversification. Facing US sanctions, they turned to other global powers like Russia and China. This move effectively broke the US encirclement, creating a stalemate where neither side could claim a decisive victory. It was a classic defensive maneuver, sacrificing some pieces' economic stability to protect the king, which is national sovereignty. This is where Traoré's role becomes so crucial. His emergence isn't just about one person. It symbolizes the rise of the global South as a third force. These are nations that don't want to pick a side in the great power competition. Instead, they want to build bridges and find pragmatic solutions. Traoré, representing this sentiment, has been quietly facilitating talks, trying to find a path to de-escalation. His strategy is subtle. It's not about grand declarations or aggressive moves. It's about quiet diplomacy, back-channel conversations, and building trust. Think of Traoré as a bishop, moving diagonally across the board, connecting different squares and creating new lines of attack and defense. He's proposing a different kind of endgame, one that doesn't involve one side toppling the other. He's advocating for a negotiated settlement. This involves the US easing some sanctions in exchange for Venezuela guaranteeing fairer elections and democratic reforms. It's a win-win scenario, or at least a lose-less one for both sides. For the United States, this new approach offers a way out of a policy that has yielded limited results and has had significant humanitarian consequences. Continuing the sanctions game indefinitely could further destabilize the region and push Venezuela closer to America's adversaries. A negotiated deal, brokered by a neutral party like Traoré, allows Washington to achieve some of its democratic goals without having to double down on a costly strategy. It's a pragmatic pivot. For Venezuela, engaging with Traoré's initiative offers a desperately needed economic reprieve. The easing of sanctions would allow their oil to flow more freely, bringing in revenue to rebuild their shattered economy and address the needs of their people. It's a chance to reintegrate into the global community, not as a pariah state, but as a sovereign nation willing to compromise. It's a calculated risk, but one that could lead to a much better future. But what does Traoré and Ivory Coast get out of this? Why invest so much political capital in a conflict thousands of miles away? The answer lies in the New World Order. By successfully mediating a major international dispute, Traoré elevates his own status and that of his country on the world stage. It demonstrates that African nations are no longer just pawns in the games of superpowers. They are kingmakers, or at least influential peacemakers. It's a powerful statement about the shifting balance of global power. This geopolitical chess match is far from over. Every move is being carefully calculated. The US is weighing the benefits of a diplomatic victory against the risks of appearing soft. Venezuela is balancing the promise of economic recovery against the potential for political concessions. And players like Traoré are skillfully navigating the middle, looking for that one brilliant move that can break the stalemate and lead to a peaceful resolution. The strategy Traoré is unveiling is a masterclass in modern diplomacy. It's not about force, but about leverage. It's not about ultimatums, but about incentives. It recognizes that in today's interconnected world, you can't just isolate a country and expect it to collapse. You have to engage, you have to negotiate, and sometimes you have to let a neutral third party help find the way forward. So as we watch this incredible game unfold, remember that it's more than just politics. It's about the lives of millions of people in Venezuela, the stability of an entire region, and the future shape of global power. The next move could be a sanction, a negotiation, or a surprise announcement. But one thing is for sure, the old rules of the game are changing, and new players are making their mark. What do you think will be the next move in this US-Venezuela chess game? Will Traoré's diplomatic gambit pay off? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy these deep dives into global strategy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.